And it's a real pleasure to welcome Sharyn Wright now. So Sharyn, obviously from Federation University, and our hosts here today. And although she feels probably like she's been thrown under the bus a little bit by our good friend Bill Mundy, who's enjoying a well-earned holiday in WA, it's a pleasure to have you here talking about some of the work that we've jointly been doing in the education space, and also the fact that you head up I'm an alumnus of yours, so it's lovely to have you.
Brilliant.
So thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully I'm not too short. Yeah, no, that works. That's good. So I just opened my water because I always tend to get quite dry when I speak. All right, I'll put that onto a big screen. Yep, okay. So prior to commencing, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather and pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging, and I extend that respect to all Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander and First Nations peoples. I'm really pleased to have this opportunity to speak with you all, and it's the first time I've come along to a seminar such as this. I'm quite new to the university. I only commenced just shy of 4 months ago, but I have been working with Bill Mundy for the duration of that time. Plus I head up the Centre for Design and Construction, and renewable energies is a focus for us. Because I am going to talk to you about Federation, I'm going to shamelessly talk to you about Federation Uni before I move into the talk around APRETEC and what we're doing there. I'm just going to move that. Sorry, everybody. So at Federation University, the desire to transform lives and enhance communities informs everything we do, from research that improves people's lives right around the world to supporting our students to succeed at their studies and in life. We are passionate about making a difference. For those of you who don't know, we became Federation University in 2014, and this brought together almost 150 years of history from our predecessor institutions. That's heaps better. I'm always the shortest at any of these things. Dating back to 1870. While we are one of Australia's oldest universities, we are well known for our future-focused approach to teaching and learning across higher education and TAFE. Our campuses across Ballarat, Berwick, Brisbane, Gippsland and the Wimmera are deeply embedded in our communities and local industries. We want to ensure that every student has access to a high-quality education and exciting career opportunities. We are a diverse community with over 18,500 domestic and international students, plus around 118,000 alumni, including Stuart, across Australia and the world. I am a proud Federation University team member, and I know that our shared strategic objectives and outcomes are transforming lives, enhancing communities, and will be what supports us to continue to thrive as a strong and sustainable university. As a team, as a collective team, we are dedicated and proud and passionate and strive to represent our living values of inclusion, innovation, excellence, empowerment and collaboration. But today I'm going to be focusing on our TAFE vocational education pathways and how we are working towards building the workforce capability of the renewable energy sector in Victoria. However, our grand plan is to be the national leader in renewable energy as it relates to tertiary education. This includes being industry recognised across the globe as the preferred Australian institute. This goal to build workforce capability and to be the market leader dovetails nicely into this overview of our Asia Pacific Renewable Energy Training Centre initiative, or APRETEC as we proudly refer to it. At this moment in time, APRETEC is an Australian first. It is strongly supported by industry, where collaboratively we are working towards supplying the wind energy generation sector with a comprehensive set of vocational skills aimed at meeting industry workforce needs. The development of APRETEC has taken time and commitment to ensure that as an initiative, it continued in the face of a pandemic, plus our own workforce challenges, and being a lone voice for change in a challenging, complex and at times compliance-driven training environment. And I found out this morning that renewable energies also have their own barriers to face in regards to a complex regulated environment. So I felt your pain. In 2016 to 19, an environmental scan was undertaken. This identified the what and where of the industries for our region and how best Federation TAFE could respond to the needs of these emerging industries. At the time, a number of wind farms were under construction in the region, and Warborough, Australia's largest wind farm, was operational. It quickly became evident that to meet this sudden and current boom in employment, an imported or overseas workforce was in play. Initial conversations with industry participants took place to scope what were the workforce needs of the sector, which obviously identified the need for a locally developed workforce, as the importation of labour was expensive, transient, and with the onset of COVID, near impossible. Here was our opportunity to grow our local skills and support this emerging industry. The true scope of the opportunity was identified through an initial business case, produced with the support of a $50,000 grant from the state. The business case identified $24 million of escaped wages that would occur due to labour importation. If nothing was done to address this situation, we were looking at this figure increasing to $84 million by 2030, a huge loss for this region. The business case identified a number of course opportunities along with a strategy to deliver for the industry. To kickstart this, Federation University needed to become a delivery partner for the Global Wind Organisation, or GWO, and the Germany Chamber of Commerce. This was critical to gain industry support and secure market positioning. We needed to start the certification process, which to date has followed this path. So in 2019, GWO, BTT and BST certification. What does that mean? Those courses are the basic technical training and the basic safety training for the global wind industry. In 2021, it was agreed that the BZEE, which is the turbine technician training, is also critical, and if Federation University were going to deliver it, it needed to meet global standards. Through this, and working with our industry partners, we have been able to commence the recruitment for 2 teaching roles, 2 brand new teachers who will actually be able to, upon commencement, head to the Kalamazoo Training Centre in Michigan and train the trainer to be able to participate in world's recognised best practice, bring those resources back, and it will enable us to deliver the BZEE in our own right. In addition to this successful negotiation and receipt of industry funding to the tune of $1.8 million via the Victorian Renewable Energy Auction Scheme will complement this work. Our Federation University industry partners Vestas, GPG, Tilt Renewables, and I hope I pronounced this correctly, Acciona Energia, came together to realise the APRATEC ambition, and we collectively entered into a financial collaboration. This has resulted in funding to enable upskilling of teachers to deliver those GWO courses and attend the international specialised training that I just mentioned. Even better, we were able to develop and build Australia's first 23-metre dedicated wind energy working at heights training tower with our partners Keppel Prince and SJ Weir Builders. This is on site here at Mount Helen at the East Terrace side of campus next to Building G, and we officially opened our tower in March 2022. And I will show you a clip of that soon. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the tower and the marketing. I haven't had the chance to go up yet, but when Bill gets We We also continue our excellent relationship with the Victorian Department of Education and Training, who has funded us to design, develop and deliver a pilot to 12 apprentice blade technicians, or blade techs. These will be brand new resources for the vet sector and will be the channel to attract young local people into the renewable energy trade. At the centre of the APRATEC initiative is the need to skill Australians for Australian projects and stop as much as possible the fly-in, fly-out model, along with the offshore worker approach. To us, tertiary agility and responsiveness means that we identify the key industry players and gain access to the key people that experience the skills shortages, i.e. the site supervisors, HR teams, project managers, service managers, and other key industry roles that are under pressure to deliver. We scope the skills needs at an industry level as described by industry, that is, in the language of the industry representatives, not vocational training language. For example, a blade repair technician is known as a blade tech, not a composites engineer. We speak their language and engage at their level to understand the difficulties and the unique challenges that they face. We take the local language and map it to the national qualification that aligns, e.g. the blade repair technician actually is the Certificate 3 in Engineering Composites, but we contextualise it to the role of the blade tech. We use the skills and knowledge of the industry subject matter experts on the ground doing the role every day to build the content to bring a contextualised flavour to the nationally recognised qualification. So now I'll show you that clip that I promised, and I really hope that this link works. I'm looking up at tech to see how we go. Click on it again. Might not be connected. See how you go? If we don't get it in a couple of minutes, we can just move on and share it with people.
We could do it in interpretive dance.
We could, couldn't we? We could go out, walk over to the tower and reenact it.
I'm not sure I can. It's just loading and loading.
If we get onto YouTube.
What we might do is if we can look it up separately and we'll get it thrown up later.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Just connect.
There, I thought you had it
Do you
then.
want to keep going on that, Sharyn?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, it's still dark.
Okay, so after you'd seen this video, I was then going to tell you how excited we are to use the tower to its full ability. And so what we are doing right now in 2022 is that we're about to kick off with some of those key courses that I've mentioned. So the basic safety training, which is the BST, we have recruited a teacher for that, and they are about to commence the industry regulated Train the Trainer program. Once completed, this will enable them to access those world recognised resources, and we will be accredited to deliver in our own right. We are hoping to be able to have our first group come through the BST towards the end of this year. The Certificate 3 in Engineering Composites, this is the apprenticeship pilot, the blade techs. The resources are nearly completed for the first year of the apprenticeship. It's a 4-year apprenticeship, and enrolments are planned to commence in September this year. The BZEE turbine technician training course, currently recruiting for 2 more additional teachers who will initially go to Kalamazoo in Michigan, and they will undertake the turbine technician training course and the basic technical training. Once again, as you could imagine, the industry is highly regulated and safety is paramount. So in order for Federation University to be at the Australian forefront of education in wind turbine generation, we needed to invest in world standard professional development for our staff, which has been made possible through our industry partners.
Where should we be?
Don't worry about it, Michelle. It doesn't matter. It's not crucial.
Okay.
Stuart will be happy. We'll make up time.
No,
From there, we will then be leveraging off our market presence and strategic partnerships to expand into the other areas that you can see on the screen. And down the track, our grand plan is to actually, at the moment, our renewable energy engineering TAFE programs are predominantly delivered out of SMB campus along Grant Street. Ideally, we would like to be looking at converting space here at Mount Helen to complement the presence of the tower and bring electrotechnology across as well as our automotive programs, branch into electronic vehicles, solar power, and so on and so forth, and be the renewable presence here in Mount Helen. These are all of our industry partners and supporters that have made this happen. It's been a lot of work. I've only been around for just shy of 4 months, and so I'm taking a lot of credit. But no, it's been a lot of work by Bill. Program manager Stuart Birkin has also been heavily involved, as has Liam and Darren, our executives from Federation TAFE. We get a lot of support from Duncan Bentley as well. I'm really proud to be part of it and be able to join the team and see this through to fruition as we go ahead. So if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them, and if I can't, I can come back to you.
You've done very well, Sharyn. Thank you. Any questions from the floor? Thank you. We'll save it for the panel. Thanks. Thank you. Well done. And I have just looked it up. Kalamazoo is a real place. I thought you were actually making that up. I thought that was something from Dr. Zeus or something, but in Michigan. Sharyn, there's actually a few of us in the room who were involved in getting that money for that business case originally, and I think there's probably a couple of us who are still in therapy from it. It was very, very hard work at the time to make this case to government as well, that we needed money to look at where this future workforce was coming. It's just, I couldn't be more proud when you put that up and you've got all that list of things. It's, it's amazing. Also, if you want a tour of the wind turbine, Bill and I will come and we'll both give you the tour, because one of the most scared times I've ever been in my life was abseiling down a wind tower at Warborough with Bill. So we'll reenact that for you.